Hey everybody, this is me Dodi with Dodi's page. I'm not Edgewood 66 anymore. Um, I got rid of that. But anyway, that's old news. I am really kind of like mad at myself because I'm trying to sell my trailer. And I hope you can hear me okay, by the way. I'll put it up. Let me see, let me turn up the volume there. Yeah, I put up my, my trailer's up for sale, but I screwed it up. So it was not this last weekend. I should have just stayed here in the south instead of getting a run to the north and northeast. I don't like the northeast. You guys might like it. I don't. I don't have, my truck is not the right equipment for the northeast. I used to run the northeast when I was running a reefer. I used to be over there twice a month. I did that for 8 years. So, I know how it is and stuff. When I'm driving a flatbed, not a flatbed, a flatbed. It's a Conestoga. It's a 53-foot. Because I usually need the spread axles when I'm loaded. Because I'm usually heavy with coils and stuff, or steel. So, because if I close my axles, then I can't. Then I'm overweight in the back. But when I get up there, I can't make the turns. Or when I get loaded, it's hard for me to get out of there because I also have a 379 Peterbilt that doesn't make turns on a dime. So yeah, I'm the trigger here, my truck. It's a big boy, and I love my truck, but they offered me this run, and I was a little hesitant to taking it. It was last Friday, and it seemed like an easy run, right? Leave Friday, go up to like kind of near Chicago, not all the way up to Chicago, not all the way up to I-80 to get loaded, like in Champaign, in that area. And then from there, head to Pittsburgh, make a delivery, which I did get on I-80 anyway. Then head to Pittsburgh, get unloaded, and then get loaded 10 miles away, and then head back down here to Georgia by Monday. Sounds easy enough, right? It's a nightmare. Not a nightmare, it just turned into total pain. Just this load wasn't worth it. I lost a lot of money on this load. Sometimes it's better just to stop and, for you people that go home every now and then, you go home and you have your break. Well, see, I live in my truck, and sometimes wherever I stop is my break. Well, I didn't want to stop in Tennessee. That's where I started off. That was last Friday. near Chattanooga. I didn't want to stay there for the weekend. So I went and took the run, right? I don't like I said, I don't like going to the East Coast. It's not for me. You guys can have it. It is the last time I ever want to go there. But I went up there and my GPS, oh, it's right there. You can't see it. It's off. Decided to update. And right when I'm coming into Pittsburgh, well, when you don't got a map going into Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, you're in trouble. And so I used the iPhone Google Maps, right? Stupid me. Stupid me. I should have known better. Well, I ended up running into a low bridge downtown. And it wasn't pretty. Things happened there. I'm not going to tell you all the details on that, but you go up hills, you go through a turn, and you see your turn, but you can't because there's curbs that won't let you. So now you have to follow this one going off in a direction that you don't want to go. And it just spells trouble. Sure enough, it was very troublesome for me. And then a police officer had to guide me out. So I told him just because, I'm not trying to get to the place anymore to deliver. And I had a 41,000 pound coil on. There's one big bad boy on there, chained down. So I couldn't really be climbing these steep hills and, making these turns. Basically, the truck had to, but I'm climbing these hills in Pittsburgh that are like that. Talk about white knuckling it. Oh my goodness. Well, after that, I told, the police officer says, well, how do you want to go? I don't know the streets there, right? And that police officer, very nice gentleman, he doesn't know what a truck can do and what a truck can and can't do. He thinks it's like a car. You can't make the turns. You can't go under low bridges. You can't just make at this intersection, you can't just make a right turn because, and then with telephone and light posts and, plants and, all this signage, with and benches and stuff, because I'm talking downtown, you can't just make a turn like that. Well, he's not he's totally on a different page than us truck drivers. I told him, just to make it easy, just show me the interstate, just so I can get out of here. Once I'm on the interstate, I'm good. Because I told him this truck is not made for city streets like this. It's made for the highway. And every now and then I got to come in and deliver a load and stuff. Well, where I was delivering the load, see, I took off from Tennessee Thursday evening. I got up to like around Champaign, or what was it? Is it Daniel or something like that? Up in that area in Illinois. I got loaded Friday morning, and See, Thursday night, Friday. Okay, so I had 3 days to just make the run, and it'd been a good $6,000 right there. Not bad for a weekend. Okay, so I go up. As I'm going up, I'm on I-80 at the service area. I shut it down, and it was nice. Not to mention, Ohio, the service area, they've gotten lots cleaner than they used to be. You walk in there, and it's like they're waxing the floors and stuff. Like, and I'm talking in the bathroom. I'm like, wow. But yeah, they're very clean. So I took a shower there. Then I realized it was kind of snowing. And I looked, well, there's a big old, huge snowstorm in Boston. I'm thinking, and Philadelphia too. Uh, yeah, all that area up there, Connecticut and stuff. I'm thinking, oh no. So, and I'm headed right to it. So now I'm watching the storm. Slept that night. Okay. I got up the morning and started heading out east. I had 100 miles to go to get to Pennsylvania because I slept right at the edge of Ohio. That was Friday night. Be there Sunday. Be there Saturday morning. Get unloaded. 10 miles away. Go get loaded. Come back down by Sunday or Monday morning. Sunday evening or Monday morning. Piece of cake. No, it wasn't. First of all, my eyes are wide open because of this snowstorm. Where is it going? Am I going to run over? Am I going to run into it? Because I already have the coil on me because I picked it up in Illinois. So I'm going eastbound towards a snowstorm with a 41,000 pound coil. And it's hilly over there, right? And I'm thinking, oh no. So, Saturday morning, I wake up and, I'm going. Well, like I said, my GPS went out right when I'm coming into to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Like, not now. So I couldn't, there's traffic. There wasn't really not a lot of traffic, but there's highway traffic and stuff. Because it was Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday morning. So, okay, so I'm going, and then, oh my goodness, the story gets a little interesting, by the way. Watch. Well, I had to use this just to kind of figure out, because I've been to the place before, but I didn't really pay attention, because you just go in and go out, right? Okay, so I can go in. Well, once you make one wrong turn, forget it. It's all screwed up. Guess what? I made that one wrong turn. Should have turned left in Albuquerque, huh? Anyway, oh my goodness. I got to that place at about 2:30 that day. I should have been there like 7 o'clock that morning because I was all day long traffic. I got into a little fender bender. And then when I get to the place, that's when the cop came and, kind of helped me to get out of downtown area. Well, once I got to the place, finally I got to the place I could unload this. The place was the door where I had to go in. You couldn't drive in like that. You had to back in, blindside, all the way at the end, with not much room for a swing. That was tough. And not to mention, to go in there, you had to go down some drive. So I went in there, nope, I had to back up, turn around, and then back up, and then do a blind side. And that guy there, he was rude. That guy was, me and him, we didn't hit it off well. Let me put it that way. He's saying that I have, that it's my job to do his job basically. And that kind of like wrinkled my feathers. Like, no, I don't work here. This is your job. My job is already done. I delivered the stuff. There it is. You take it off. And yeah, he's trying to get me to do everything for him while he just pushes the buttons and stuff. No, no, no. So anyway, I told this other guy before I left, right? I told him because I knew that place was just like, actually it was 11 miles away. Being that it uh, was it Saturday? Yeah, it was Saturday. I told them Saturday afternoon already. Like by now, it's like about 5 o'clock Saturday afternoon. And I told him, there was another guy, right? And I told this guy, he's very nice, that where I unloaded my coil, I told him, are you uh, guys open at that other plant that you guys have? Because it was the same plant. It's just different locations, different manufacturing companies. I mean, different manufacturing buildings, right? Still coils. So he says, yeah, we're open all day. It's basically a straight run down there. Okay, a straight run. It wasn't a straight run. You go and you think you're going straight and the road turns and there's no exit. Like, wait a minute. So now you're going into a really, really steep hill neighborhood that goes up and down like that. Luckily, I was empty now. I finally got to that place. Oh my goodness. Okay, and even they told me, well, you're getting loaded on the other side of the building. This was the second place. I already got loaded and unloaded the first time. Now, 10 miles away, I'm getting 4 coils. They're little. I'm getting 4 coils now. Yeah, there you go. But they're little. Okay, no problem. Oh my goodness. He says, but you gotta go around. And he says, which way are you facing? I told him, I'm facing like west. He says, well, you're gonna have to turn your truck around, back up, and then drive in. And you can drive through the building. So basically, I was facing this way. I had to turn my truck around and then back up and then come this way like that. He says, because the turn went like this and then that way, right? Straight like this and then that way. You can't make that kind of turn on a semi. You got to back up and then. So I did that. Got loaded, chained down. I told the guy, how do I get out of here? Because, like, okay, I'm loaded. It's already like about 7:30 or something. Saturday night. I am so tired. I've been screwing around all day in Pennsylvania, right? All day long, all day long. Well, okay. He says, yeah, just go around. There's an exit. Go through that door. The exit, because I'm inside the building, truck and all. He says, then you go around the building and you can go straight out. Easy enough, right? No. I started going, not to mention it's dark. This is a steel mill factory, right? So it's really dirty and grimy and, you know, not with trash, but just, it's not clean at all. So, okay, so I start to go, it's dark, no lights. It's an old, old, old building. And I'm going very cluttered, very cluttered. And I'm going around, and I'm supposed to go around the building. Because you're going underneath the, like a road. Remember I told you, you go straight and then it goes like that. There's no exit. Well, that's the road. And I'm like, okay, now I'm not on top of the road. I'm under the road. And my truck don't fit. It absolutely does not fit. And I got myself trapped. And so I finally had to wiggle myself out, and I drove out. You know what I did? I, because I'm, you know, I just turned around, went not around that building, but just on this side of the building, right? Where I wasn't supposed to be. I don't care. I just wanted to get out of there. So I drove out of there. And I went to where I was in the beginning of that place. I parked the truck, and they got signs all over. No overnight parking. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I want to sleep in a place like this? I don't think so. Uh, that's not happening. So I thought, I don't know how to get out of here because I'm somewhere in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I know there's a river there, there's trains, and there's a downtown, and there's a lot of neighborhoods and a lot of tunnels and a lot of streets with go this way, that way, that don't let you just make a turn. I thought, I need my little map, and it needs to update. It needs to finish updating. Luckily, I had internet service. I just put a hotspot, turned on my hotspot, got that thing going. I had 5 hours left to drive for some reason. I don't know how, because I had started off at 5 o'clock that morning, and it was already 7 o'clock, 7:30. So how I got 5 hours, I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't care. I just had I'm sorry, not the ELD, the GPS and the PDQ and the ABC and the elemental P. Anyway, I had that one. I just sat in the truck. Even Abigail, she couldn't even go to the restroom. It was so dirty over there. So I just sat in the truck, and you know what? I watched videos until that thing um, updated. Once it updated, okay, to get out of there, I still had to go through the neighborhood, but just a little bit, where I'm running over curbs and plants and stuff. Oh, like, ah, I hate doing that. So that's why I don't like going to the East Coast. And this is with the trucker map, right? The trucker GPS. Once I got the freeway, not to mention, it kept telling me, because I'm coming down to Georgia now, not to make a deal with the devil, but I'm coming down. I don't play the violin, okay? So I'm coming down to Georgia. And it's starting to snow up where I'm at. Actually, it's been kind of drizzling all day long, but I'm thinking, I gotta get out of here. And if I were to come straight down, like from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it takes you through the back roads through the mountains. But now I'm loaded again. I got 4 coils. So now I'm back up to weight, you know. I'm weighing my whole tractor and trailer everything. I'm weighing in at, what was it, like 78,000 pounds. Because I got 4 coils now. So I'm not going through the mountains in snowy weather. So what I did is I'm going to Columbus, Ohio, west. I did the map, and whatever, I found Columbus, Ohio on the map. It's off I-70. I'm going there. Basically almost a straight shot going west. Had to change a few freeways, but once I got to Columbus, Ohio, I shut down. Right before Columbus, Ohio, actually. That was Saturday night. Okay, great. Remember, I told you it gets interesting. I'm not at the interesting part yet. So, I go over there, and it's raining like crazy, just coming down. And so, I'm coming, the windows are all fogged up. Abigail don't like the rain much. And, just wipers are going. And I just know I gotta be over here in Georgia, like either Sunday evening or Monday morning. Cool. I'm on my way, but there's no way I'm gonna make that load in the rain with coils driving. You can't drive that fast. So it doesn't look like I'm gonna get there on Sunday. But that Sunday morning I got up, right? And I'm looking at that, okay, there's no way I can make it all the way on Sunday morning. It'll just be Monday morning. Not Sunday morning, Sunday night. It'll just be Monday morning. So what I did, I ended up stopping because I had coffee, get me something to eat, some breakfast or something. I got my own coffee pot, but I stopped at this truck stop. It wasn't a regular truck stop. And I was going to sneeze, okay. Well, the pumps were really, really tight, tighter than normal trucks. And you got to come in at an angle. And okay, so I came in and, I parked the truck and I went inside, used the restroom, got myself something to eat and another fresh cup of coffee from the truck stop. I didn't make the second one myself. Got in the truck and my mind was preoccupied. I took off and I forgot that those yellow posts were really, really tight. And I rubbed my trailer on one of those posts and it tore my tarp. Oh, I'm like, oh no. And it's raining. It's coming down. It's coming down hard. Sunday morning. And I'm thinking, wonderful. Oh, so you can't tape it up in the rain. So I sat there because it was dark and I sat there till the sun came up, hoping the rain would calm down. Nope, it didn't. So I tried to go and just kind of like, it wasn't that big at first, but I just tried to kind of close it, my tarp, right, so it wouldn't flap in the wind. Well, okay, I waited and waited for a few hours. Finally, like about 9 o'clock, because like I said, it was 5 o'clock when I got up and left that morning. About 9 o'clock, I'm leaving that little tiny truck stop with a ripped tarp now. Like, oh, darn it. Excuse me. So then, and, I tried taping it and nothing. Because I used the glue and stuff that I had. Being that I hadn't used that glue in about 5 years, it was just one big solid piece of glue that it was in a can, a contact cement, and it was just solid. It's like, well, it's as solid as a can was. Well, you can't do nothing with that. So I'm trying to use tape. The tape wasn't sticking because it was raining so hard. I went and bought some glue. That was a waste of money. So, okay, so I took off. I had to get out of that rain. As I'm going down the rain, you know what? It got worse. My rip, it got worse. It just got worse and worse and worse. I'm not blaming it on the rain. I'm blaming it on me. So, because it was real windy too. But like I said, it's not Mother Nature's doing, it's my doing. So, I thought, well, I only made it a little ways. Well, I only had 150 miles to go, actually. And out of Pittsburgh, excuse me, out of Pittsburgh, it's like about 558 miles or something, right, where I had to go. Well, I made it all the way. Because I stopped, once the rain stopped, I kind of patched it up just a little bit. And I had to keep on going to get out of the rain still. And I only had like 150, no, was it 150 miles? Something like that. Okay, then I stopped, and then I woke up the next morning. It wasn't raining. Good. But I didn't have anything, no tools. I went into this one truck stop. They bought some glue. Again, wasted money. The glue don't work. So I spent a good 30 bucks on glue again. Wasted money. Because I put some glue and it just slid off. That's not glue. That's soap or something. Oh, I was not happy. So I just waited and waited and waited. And then once I got to out of the rain completely, I pulled over. And by now, it's already Sunday evening, Sunday night. And wait, where are my glasses? I just had my glasses. There's somebody on. I don't know who. I don't have. I just had my glasses. What are my glasses? Let me see. Hold on. I just had my glasses. I don't know. Okay, let me see. I can't read that. The type is too tiny. Oh, come on. Hold on. I'm sorry. I just had my glasses. They are just... Abigail, did you get my glasses? No, she's asleep. They must have fallen or something. Oh. Okay, I'll have to put on my broken glasses then. Hold on 1 second. If a lens falls out. Okay, and then I'll get back to my adventure. Oh, hi Shannon. How are you today? Glad you could come in. And so yeah, this is like Friday. I'm sorry, what am I talking about? This is like Sunday evening. My tarp is all torn up, and you know, all the damage that happened in Pennsylvania to my tires, my fenders, everything, my front light on my, because yeah, there was one night that I stopped on the way and it was raining so hard. It's a big puddle, and I'm just going to go park, and there was a pothole. Bam! Screwed up. I thought it screwed up my whole bumper. Luckily, my bumper held tough, but it screwed up my light. My light is all bent, and my fender on my trailer is out of whack. My tarp is ripped, and I need a tire, and I got a bent rim. Yeah, this weekend was not a good weekend for me. So I finally get to a place last night. I'm like about 50 miles from Atlanta because that's where I had to deliver. Sunday night, which it would have been a piece of cake run. A good $6,000. Boom, 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 2 runs, and it would have been a piece of cake. But everything just went haywire on me. So, what was it? Yesterday morning, I woke up. Okay, I knew. Oh, before I went to bed that night, because I came in to Atlanta yesterday afternoon, about 3 o'clock, I thought, well, my tarp is just flying all over the place. And I'm trying to sell it. I just bought that tarp. So it's flying all over the place. So I thought, well, I know if I go into Atlanta, there's going to be no place to park. And I'm not going to drive around with a flap, waving at everybody. So I turned around because I passed a Love's. So I turned around, went to the Love's. It was a little parking lot Love's with like about 200 trucks in there. There was a madhouse in there. Oh my God. Like, okay, I just parked. I needed to calm down. The East Coast really, really just did it to me this time. So I just parked the truck. I thought, you know what? I don't usually like to eat McDonald's. I went and bought myself a Big Mac fries. In fact, I still got part of it in my fridge. I just can't eat the whole thing. So it's just not my favorite. But so I went over there, got myself something to eat, and I'm parked in front of the trucks. The pumps are right here facing me, and there's some trucks facing the pumps. I'm parked right in front of the pumps, right in front of the trucks, because they're not going anywhere. They're going to sleep. 3 o'clock already, and I'm like thinking, oh, okay, so I'm not going to find a place. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, well, thank you. I ended up like, okay, I know I can't go towards Atlanta because I won't find a place to park. So I'm going to have to go backtrack myself up north. Going north, right? Oh my goodness, I didn't want to do that. So I was driving out. The nearest rest stop was like about a good 38 miles or something north. So I'm thinking, I was driving out and I saw this place by the curb, right? As you was making the turn to get out. I thought, well, I'm just going to park right there. I think I can fit right there. I'll just tell that guy if he needs me to move in the morning, I'll move. So I go and knock on the door because he's in the truck. And he told me, oh no, I'm going to be leaving in about 10 minutes. Thank you. So I told him, thank you. So I just waited because his partner was taking a shower. So once his partner came, they moved the truck, I slid right in. And I hardly ever drive in like that. So I drove in, I went to bed. This was Monday morning. I'm 50 miles from my stop with a ripped tarp. And now it's all the way from the bottom, all the way to the top. So it's like, and then my rim is bent. I got a hole on my tire Thank goodness it still has air in it on my trailer tire on the side. So obviously I need a new one. And those are new tires. I bought those. That's one of my new tires. So then, and also my front light on my bumper, that thing's all demolished. And my fender on my trailer is that totally, it's just like, oh, so that morning I wake up Monday morning, I was supposed to be there Sunday night or 50 miles. I thought, okay, I could just patch it up and go. But there was no Loves don't have, they just have this stupid little glue and stuff. And like I said, I put it and it just slid down because it was raining and stuff. But the next morning it wasn't raining so good. I did it. Next morning I had a good coffee. Hold on. Atlanta to Kentucky to Ohio. Kicked my butt this made 800 miles trip. Feels like 18. Yes. Basically, we were in the same area. We were, because that's what I did. I went from like Chattanooga up towards near Champaign, or I think it's Daniel or something, Illinois, and then to Pittsburgh, and then back down to Atlanta. And just rain and rain, and it tore up my truck. But see, they gave me the option. Friday, they asked me, Friday evening, I'm sitting in near Chattanooga. My truck was nice and clean. I had just washed it. Trailers for sale, not a, it's looking good, everything. And sure, I still need a little cleaning up, polishing up to do. Okay, I got that. And my dispatcher, one of them, he's such a nice guy. His name's Ryan. He says, Dodi, I've been trying real hard. He says, the only thing, I got two options. You can go this one, like I said, to Illinois, Pittsburgh, and then back down. Or for 6,000, or you can do another, because there's two runs. Or you can go from here to someplace else for 3,000, and you'll be empty Monday. Either way, you'll be empty Monday. Which one do you want? I tell them, well, if I'm going to be out here in the East Coast, I might as well make more money. It costed me so much money now. I am so mad at myself. So, that morning I woke up. Monday morning, it wasn't raining. I just stopped everything, and it was cold, but I got my warm clothes, and the glue that I bought that night before, because it was brand new gloves. You would think my gloves would be all stuck. It didn't even stick to my gloves. It's like, what the heck? That's a ripoff. Thinking to myself, God, I just spent like $15 for this glue, and even a day later, and it was not even I felt like getting my money back, but I had thrown away the tubes already. So I patched it up. I found some tape that I had. Kind of it looks like black duct tape, it looks like. But it's stronger because they're made for tarps. But it's stronger than duct tape. So I just patched it up, just all the way up. Looks like crap. But you know what? Nothing was flapping. Just to go 48 miles, actually. I get in Atlanta, traffic jam. Come on. Finally, I delivered it at 1:30. Was it today? Is today Monday? I don't know. No, today's Wednesday. Yeah. All this time has been going on, the days and nights and stuff. It's already Wednesday. And I finally got this thing off. Oh my goodness. So yeah, today I just got it off, and I thought, you know what? I'm getting out of here. my tarp looks like crap. And so like now, I just want to get out of Atlanta. So I get back on the interstate, traffic, 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 traffic. I'm like, finally I thought I got to find a Home Depot because they got the rubber cement that I need. I can use that stuff because that stuff is good when it's fresh. When you keep it in the can for a long time, it's like turned into the can because that's what it was. That's the rubber cement I had. It was like solid. So I had to buy me a new can. Home Depot, Lowe's, or something like that sells it. I'm driving out. I see a Home Depot. I passed it like, I'm not going to, I just got to go. I'm getting out of Atlanta. Out of Atlanta. I'm driving, stop and go 10 miles an hour, 2 miles an hour. Finally, I'm driving. I finally pick up speed. Good. I'm going 40 miles an hour. There's a Lowe's exit. Sure enough, I drove in. I didn't know. I'm thinking, I hope I can get into that parking lot. If anything, I'll drive to the back. Because, these Lowe's, and I've delivered to Home Depot. And because I take a lot of their material for them. And they're not easy to get into. And they don't let you sleep overnight or something. So Lowe's is the same way. So I'm thinking, okay, I know I can get in. I've done it. So I get in. Sure enough, plenty of room to turn around, park, and do a nice backup parking. So I could just exit right on out of there. Cool. I go in the store. Me and Abigail, she's in the buggy. I had to buy me a ladder. Well, I spent almost $200 buying materials to fix my tarp. And I'm leaving, right? Okay, Abigail, I tell her, let's go. This was just a little while ago. I said, let's go, right? And so right when I was going to leave, I turned on the truck. I thought, wait a minute. Across the parking lot was a Golden Corral. Yeah, there it is. Ooh la la. So I thought, wait a minute, I'm not going anywhere, Abigail. I couldn't take her in, but I went in there, and I wasn't going to go in there and just eat by myself when my dog waits for me outside. Like, I'm not like that. So I just got it to go. Her and I had a delicious dinner. So kind of ended up with a happy ending there, but I ended up, well, because once I got the food and everything smelled, steak, and Abigail's nose is just swelling up, like her eyes are like, her tail's wagging like, ooh, baby, we're going to eat. So then I'm coming out of Atlanta, right? Still traffic. And I stop at a truck stop, jam-packed. I'm not doing it. So I stop at another truck stop, jam-packed. I'm just driving west. So I just made it to the border of Alabama. Sweet home Alabama. I just came to the rest area here. There's a spot. There wasn't very many, but luckily I found one. So tomorrow I got to refix my tarp. I got to do it right because the rails are all screwed up, everything. So, and it's not raining. I hope it don't rain. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. And if I can't finish it done tomorrow, it'll be Friday. I gotta work on it. And then Friday for sure, I gotta go buy me a new tire. So hopefully they'll fix that Friday morning so I can have something for the weekend. If not, I'll be here till Monday. But that's okay if I'm here till Monday. because I got paperwork to do, taxes, I got a lot of stuff to do, so laundry and everything. So I'm thinking if I sit around here till Monday, I don't care. I'm just not going to the East Coast. I'm sorry, I've had it with that. I'm just give me the mountains. I'll put the chains on, and I know if I can drive in the snow or in the mountains, it's my call. You know what I mean? In these city streets, it's not your call. It's like you have to do it because you get yourself in a bind. You got to get out. That's what I mean about the East Coast. Oh, there. That's what I mean about the East Coast and the West Coast. The West Coast is less, it's more trucker friendly. The East Coast, there's just so much traffic and impatient people, and the roads are not made for, because I drive a bigger truck than most semis, because I got a long nose Pete and a 53-foot trailer with spread axles. And yeah, oh, my truck's torn up, tractor and trailer, both of them. So yeah, that's why I'd rather just give me Montana, give me Wyoming, Colorado, Texas. I don't like going to Texas because it's nothing but traffic over there anyway too, but Texas is not my favorite place to go. I try to stay away from Texas if all possible because of traffic. You go over there, and that's another place you ain't going to find a place to park in Texas. You got to go like 30, 40 miles out of your area where you're going to deliver to just go to sleep. Not to mention, I was in Houston one time. They stole my fuel after I had just filled up my tanks. About $800 just ripped me off. And a hot shower, a warm bed, and a hot meal helps make it better for me. Yeah. Are you home? That sounds like, well, okay, you didn't say bath. Okay, I got you. But yeah, I was going, I need a bath, but you know what? A shower, obviously a bath too, but I'll just take care of that tomorrow because I had a shower this morning. So before I started working on everything, because I was at a Love's this morning. Oh no, what happened? Okay. I only like the wide open parts of Texas, not the cities. People drive me nuts down there. Well, um, Texas is a pretty place. It's just the parking, it's just overcrowded there. God, you don't, I remember a long time ago, I went there and I had just started driving over the road. And because I was driving a reefer and, um, I didn't really know about Texas. I didn't know about it. So I went and I'm looking for this place to park. I find this place. It looked like almost like a junkyard, right? But there were semis parked there. Because yeah, there was a junkyard and really dirty place. Okay, so I parked my truck, brand new T660 uh, Kenworth with a brand new trailer utility. Was there a utility trailer? Yeah, and everything was brand new, right? I go and park there, and so I went into the little store to use the restroom, and this guy started talking to me, and he was a truck driver too, right? I think. All of a sudden, he's inviting me, or almost talking me to get into his truck with him, and to show me his CB and all this stuff. I'm thinking, no, it's okay, it's okay. I told him. I just went to my truck, locked the doors, and I'm like, that was crazy. Like, Texas is crazy. I thought to myself. And so, yeah, anyway, it's gotten, back then you could find a place to park like 10, 20 years ago. Now, that's why I don't like going to Texas, because, and then they had the construction going on in Dallas with the tolls, and oh my goodness, that was a nightmare for a truck driver. I mean, I'd hate to be over there in a car, but in a semi, like, and then you're playing, it's a toll, so you gotta pay for the thing. You screw up, you gotta pay for it. Like, come on. But yeah, Texas is not my favorite. But yeah, like you said, wide open places they're nice. They're okay. And let me see. How you been, Shannon? Thanks for coming in. I do a little trick. I have an electric blanket on my bed in truck. In the winter, I turn it on sometime before I stop for the night. By the time I crawl in, the bed is nice and warm and toasty and everything. Yeah, yeah. And a lot of abductions down there, so be careful. Yeah, and this was a long time ago. It was in the summer, and I was wearing shorts and stuff. But this company I used to work for, this Conway, hold on, I got a lint in my mouth. Sorry about that. This company I used to work for, Conway, right? They went out of business. They didn't go out of business. They sold out to XPO. But I worked for them for 3 years driving a dry box. And they were always sending me down to, if you've ever been to Nogales. Nogales is basically a straight shot down from Phoenix. There's Phoenix, and you go south, you go to, was it Mesa, Arizona? And then once you're in Mesa, instead of going, because on Highway 8 or Highway 10, or I don't know, 8 and 10, one of them, instead of going towards Tombstone, you go straight south to Nogales, to the border, and like about another 90 miles down. I used to always be down there, and I used to always be down in Texarkana and Herbert. That's right at the corner of Arizona, and Mexico. So that place was like, well, in Gallus, yeah, it's Gallus, uh, Arizona. Our yard was right at the edge of the United States. You're coming up to it was exit 4, right? You're coming up right to the port of entry, and then you turn. It's like you turn, and then it's like you're going, then you turn. There's a little road, and you turn. There's a yard right there. So it was like right there. Just you go a little further down, and it's right there, like about a lot down or something. Not a lot, but right, a block or something. So you go down one lot, and the border back then, it was just a chain link fence. That's all it was, just a 6-foot chain link fence. No barbed wire on top, nothing. It was just and that was between the United States and Mexico. And there was a dirt road and our yard. And our yard, all that was all dirt. That's why I always used to have to swap trailers and stuff. And then there was a truck stop there that I used to always go to. I think it was a Pilot. And they knew me. But yeah, it was, but nobody ever tried anything with me. The drivers that worked with Conway also, they took good care of me and everything, and it was nice because it down there it's hot even in the summertime, in the wintertime I mean. So you're going to be wearing shorts down there, and me, me, I like wearing the less clothes the better. But yeah, down there I'd be, you know. But I gotta tell you though, one time I was in Texarkana. I'm sorry, what did I say a little while ago? Not Tex. Uh, is it Texarkana? Yeah, Texarkana and Heber, because they're like two cities right at the border of California and Arizona and Mexico. And I used to have to go to Heber and Texarkana. I went there one time to go pick up because we had a yard down there. Conway did. And I used to have to go down and, make a delivery and pick up an empty trailer. And it's a huge, huge, huge lot. Okay, so you got to go driving around, bobtailing in the dirt, dust, everything. And it's like sand dirt down there. And okay, they told me pick up this one trailer with the numbers, right? I find it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All the lights were ripped off from that from that trailer. That trailer did not have not one light on it. And I'm thinking, I can't take this trailer. So I called them up and they told them, okay, well, find this other trailer. They told me another one. So I went and find this other trailer and it had a lock on it. And this was funny. A lot of it, yeah, okay. So I went to this other trailer and okay, I checked it out. All the lights were working, but there was a lock on it. So I called them up. I thought, well, this trailer must be loaded or something. They told me it's not loaded, it's empty. They told me it just has a lock on so nobody would go in. And it was like a real big, heavy duty lock. And I didn't have no snips to cut it off, bolt cutters, right? So I went up to the office to the front desk. And those guys were such flirts. Oh my goodness. And one guy, I had to wait for one guy to bring some bolt cutters. So finally this one guy came and, we drove down. He drove down his truck and I drove down my truck to the trailer that had the lock on it. And I'm thinking, you got the key for this? He says, no. He says, I got these cutters. I tell him, you're going to need a torch. That thing is like, it was thick. I mean, oh my God, that dude. He says, I can do it. And he put the bolt cutters and he just gave it all he had. Oh my God, he busted that lock with the bolt cutters. That guy was strong. I thought to myself, damn, dude, you are one strong dude. And he says, there you go. We looked in it. It was empty, sure enough. I told him, okay, I need to take this one. The thing is, I got stuck in the sand and everything. But, like I said, they helped me out. But that guy was he was one tough dude. And he was only just maybe 5'4". But he was beefy. He had a lot of, oh. But yeah, they used to take care of me down there. But I didn't like sleeping down there. I always used to try, unless I was at the pilot, then I would sleep there because there was a bunch of other truck drivers. But, you know, those places, I miss going to those places, really. Because, now I drive a flatbed and it's a totally different story. And I like taking coils, but I don't like Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, the East Coast. I'm done with that. I'm seriously done. And then It's just that I have a big truck and it don't fit. Hold on. Sorry if there's some noise going on. But that was my week. If you want to listen to the whole entire story, I kind of told you anyway. But you can listen another time. But I'll tell you an update from the whole beginning. Not in such detail, but it was from basically just right outside of Chattanooga, Tennessee. I could have sat there, clean truck, took in the weekend off, did them paperwork, been ready to roll west because I told him I need to go back to New Mexico, trying to buy a house, right? I need to go talk to them. So I should have just took the weekend off. Nope. Ryan, my dispatcher, he talked me into it's a $5,000 run or $6,000 run. It's 2 loads is what it is, but you got going for the weekend, you'll be empty. He told me you'll be in the same area come Monday with with a 6,000 check, $6,000 check. And I thought, okay, so I did that. Nope. I'll still get the check, I'm sure, but now I gotta buy a new tire. I gotta fix my lights. I gotta fix my tarp tomorrow. I hope I can fix it right. Because I'm just gonna patch it up for what best I can do to keep me running until I can take some real time off and have them put a new panel on it. Money. I don't want to do that. So, and it's already Wednesday. Like, I finally made my delivery instead of Sunday or Monday going from Chattanooga with a 41,000 pound coil all the way, picking it up in I think it's Daniel, Illinois, because it was a long empty run, but then from there to Pittsburgh with a 41,000 pound coil, basically all toll all the way. That was that paid, So it was mostly empty and then a short loaded run. Okay, I don't mind those because sometimes they they pay good, and I'd rather drive empty than loaded. Get it? And get paid for it. So I did that, and then from Pittsburgh, I got lost in the city and the neighborhoods and downtown. And then, okay, I didn't tell you about the little fender bender. I'm coming in. I find myself with the coil, 41,000 pound coil. I'm barely making the turns. I'm looking at my map. My GPS decided to go out, start updating on it. So that left me high and dry. So I had to kind of just resort to this little gizmo. So I'm looking at it and wait. Yeah, it's a small streets and lots of tolls. Yuck. I know. Feel the same way every time I do a load on East Coast. Every time I say I am not doing it again, then something will end up there again. This time, I mean, Shannon, if you catch me over there, say something, call me up or scream from CB or something, just get the heck out of there. Because don't do it. Don't do it. It tears up my truck is what it does. And at least your truck is an international. You got a way better turning radius than I do. And I believe your tandems, see when I go, whether I'm empty going over there or I'm loaded, either way, if I go in empty, I'm coming out loaded. If I go in loaded, I'm coming out. This time I went in loaded and I came out loaded because I got loaded just 10 miles, empty and loaded 10 miles apart. So that was a good thing. Thing is, I couldn't shorten my axles. So my back tires are all screwed up now because curbs, bent my rim. Oh, I hope I don't got to buy another rim. Even with my truck, it sucks. And not to mention, because not too long ago, I was in Connecticut. For some reason, I love Connecticut. The whole East Coast, you can have it. But Connecticut, I love going to Connecticut. I know that doesn't make sense, but that's what it is. But I get to Connecticut and I drive in there, and it's like driving in someone's backyard. And I thought, oh no. Because I had I don't even know what it was that I had. And I drive in seriously, there's a truck facing this way. You drive in, there's a truck facing this way, a truck in front of me, a pickup truck in front of me, all kinds of pipes and stuff where my truck would just fit. That's it. Okay, how are you going to unload me? How are you going to do everything? Well, the guy in front of me, he moved his pickup. Okay, so now I got to go forward and then make a tight turn to go left, and then another tight turn, immediate to go left again. And there's the exit. I thought to myself, I can't make that turn. Like, this is a semi here. Like, what is wrong with these people? Like, they got to stop ordering stuff for my truck because, give it to a hotshot person or something. And, well, I had to do some fancy dancing that time. And that forklift driver, he says, wow. He says, I could have never done that. I didn't want to tell him I've been driving 30 years. I just looked at him and I says, sometimes it's not easy, but, that's what we drivers got to do. We got to just get in there and, uh, it's like the drivers will, I'm sorry, what do you call the receivers and loaders, if you can't put your truck where they want you to get loaded, they get all pissed off and stuff. I'll tell you a quick story and then I'm going to call it a night. When I was working for Conway, I was delivering to this retail store, right? Even with my truck, it still sucks. You'll get better at it. Trust me, you'll get better. Every day is an adventure. I'll tell you this one little story that, and then I'll call it a night. It was somewhere like here in, southern Midwest. I'm in Alabama on I-20 right now, just west of Atlanta. So anyway, it was somewhere like here, right? So, okay, it was nice to get in and stuff. But it was like a retail store, kind of like a Kmart, because it was an old one. And it wasn't Kmart though. Okay, so I had to drive in, dry box, right? And it was I had a like a T660, right? They weren't brand new. Conway didn't have the brand new ones yet, but it was a nice truck. I still love Kenworth. I go in and I go in and check into the store, right? Because I was the address. Okay, I check it out, and then they told me, okay, you need to go around back. Hi H guy, how are you doing? And I go around back, right? in the semi, right? I went around and I had to like, okay, easy enough. Just go in, back in this way, not blindsiding, just back in. And they had it all set up so that I drive in, they had it marked, and they had it all set up so I could just back right in. Okay, but the thing is, it's like an alley back there. And there's a building, there's the asphalt, and then there's a cliff. I'm talking a good 20 feet cliff. And then, because you could see the rooftops of the stores down there, and you were way above them. So I knew it was at least 20 feet drop, kind of like a real steep drop. And I look, okay, I can drive in, but I can't really turn my trailer in, you know? And so I go in, okay, so I'm backing in. Not to mention there was a electrical box right there and a telephone pole, but they had it set up. I'm thinking, this is going to be a doozy. So I start backing in. And then this lady, she comes out and she starts telling me how to do, like, how to do my job, how to back up the truck. And she doesn't realize that, you know, you need a swing, you need to do some stuff with the truck. And she's like getting all mad at me. And I told her, ma'am, you need to move out of the way because, you're going to get hit. And, then I would be in prison or something like that. I told her, can you please go over there? She got like all mad at me because I told her to move. And so she kept standing in the way. Like, so I had to stop and get out, do this little tedious backing up, and leave the northeast coast loads for Woburner. He likes him. I know, poor guy, poor guy. Uh, anyway, that's a good one. So I'm backing up like that. And she kept getting in the way. I'm thinking, like, please, can you get out of the way? Because she's standing like right near my tires in the trailer. And I can't look this way. And she's moving around she's trying to be my boss, is what she's trying to do. And so her and we kind of got into a little argument because I told her, I don't work here, ma'am. I told her, this is my truck. And if anything happens to you, it's my fault. So you please get out of the way. And she says, you don't tell me what to do. And I'm like, oh, please. So then finally, a cat fight started. So then um, one of the guys, he heard us because she was the only one out there. And just leave me alone, I'll do it, And one of the guys came out. He talked to her and she's like, just go inside. We'll take care of it. We'll take care of it. And she started yelling at him. She was like a manager or assistant manager or something, thinking she owns everybody. And I told that guy, thank you. He says, and that guy, he understood. He understood because I told him, I can't make the turn because I'm either going to get electrocuted or I'm going to get electrocuted by the box or that telephone pole or fall off the cliff. I got three choices, I told him. And, you want it over that way. I don't, that's not going to happen. He says, well, I'll tell you what, we'll just get the little like table rollers. You get tables and they got wheels on them so they can just put boxes and roll it off the truck. That's all they had to do. I didn't even have to do anything. I could have just driven straight in. They could have done that. So all that was for nothing. Are you in the same? Are you in the snow, Shannon? Yeah. I don't know where are you, Shannon? Where are you, Ice Guy? Ice Guy. Where are you guys at? Say something, say something. But I escaped that snow. Like, oh my goodness. Hi, Humberto, how are you doing? You just missed all the show, but should I start over again? No. Um, yeah, I told Humberto that he saw a picture of my tarp, you know. Well, tomorrow, Humberto, an IH guy, I don't know if you know IH. I know IH guy, but I don't know if you know IH guy. Well, I know IH guy, but I don't know if you know this IH guy. Um, um, I, oh yeah, I can put this up, huh? I forgot. I have these things there. See, forget about that. I'm sorry. I should be putting this up sooner. But what was I talking about? I don't remember. Hmm. Um, oh yeah, tomorrow I'm just gonna fix my tarp. Got the ladder. And that's another thing. I got a 10-foot ladder. Actually, it's a 8-foot ladder at home. I need an 8-foot ladder. I don't want to buy, I couldn't see myself buying another 8-foot ladder. So I bought myself a 6-foot ladder. And so I know I'm not going to reach all the way. But what would I do with two 8-foot ladders, right? That doesn't make sense. I needed a ladder anyway, but not two 8-foot ladders. So I bought the smaller one. But I hope it don't rain or nothing like that. So on my uh funny short, the funny shot, the blue hippo, so cute. Yeah, that short, it was cute. Actually playing in the tub. Yeah, I saw that one. Um, pull one each side of the trailer. No, I'm not gonna carry two 8-foot ladders with me. I don't even carry the one 8-foot ladder. But because I just hop up and down the trailer, and these guys that sometimes they need to get on the trailer, you see them, they're like, like it's kind of like a walrus trying to, get up. And I'm just like, do you need a ladder? Like, I'm sorry, I don't have one. I'm not making fun of fat people. Sometimes it's humorous what they're doing, the way they try to climb up, because they'll get up and then they'll roll and then they'll get up. But one guy, he jumped off. Oh my God, he had to have weighed about a good 300 pounds. He was a big dude. I mean, I'm not going to say that he bounced because, oh my God, he jumped off my trailer. He jumped off, and when he jumped off, because I told him, don't jump. There's a door in the front of the trailer. By that time, he was already airborne, and he hit the ground. Oh, and he hit Mother Earth. Oh my goodness. But he rolled, right? I found my glasses. Watch. They're they're right there. You see them? See? Remember I was looking for my glasses? I got my broken ones on. I was like, what do I do with my glasses? There they are, Shannon. See? I'll put these ones on. They're a little more cleaner. But anyway, I'm going to read some of these comments. And then I'm going to have to call it a night. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are doing good. And the lighting, not to mention I got to fix my fuse on my, what do you call it? For my slipper. All my lights don't work, so I know it's my fuse. I'll be doing that tomorrow. Let me see. Okay, this is where I left off. Okay, you're in Michigan. Michigan. Okay. I'm in Michigan now. Um, Out of Amazon? Oh, okay. I remember I was driving a dry box. Sometimes I miss driving the dry box. You know, I, it's a comfortable job to have, to do the dry box. I won't do reefer anymore. Uh, Too much sitting and, then you gotta drive cross country like a bat out of hell and then just to go and sit and wait again and then get up and do it again. Like, I got tired of that. Um, and then, let me see. I'm sorry, I was asleep. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you up. Um, and how are you doing, buddy? Um, hey, Shannon. And then Myrtle knows me. Yeah, I know. I know. I was like, how was I saying it? It just wasn't coming out right, the words. Uh, I'm doing okay. How about you? Yeah, that was a funny short that he had with his dog. I know. I know. I know you. That's what I was saying. It's like I know you, and then okay, if you stop right there, it's like I know you, right? I know you, but it's like I know you know something, right? And it just wasn't flowing. I couldn't get it out. But you know what I mean. Each funny short. Yep, funny short, and view each one on each side of the trailer. Uh, Bluet. That's how you spell Bluet. Okay. Like, yeah, I know. I could tell she likes the water. Oh, you got to take her to the ocean. She would love it. Abigail, she loves the beach, but she don't like the water. She's a beautiful dog. She is. She has beautiful eyes. And Dodi, you said you used to go to New Gallus. Yeah, it's New Gallus. Probably spelled wrong way. Yeah, there's New Gallus. Yeah. Have you been down there? IH? I used to like going down there. Southwest. I like all the Southwest, but it is kind of scary. I wouldn't go there now. It's just too scary now. Umberto was a bug snow storm in Quebec. Yeah, you said it was 8 feet. Oh my God. That's too much snow. I don't know how you Canadians do it. That's crazy. I'm from the Southwest. I like tan, right? Flip flops, bikinis, like summer dresses, iced tea, ice cold Corona or something, like, and, baseball and you can, stuff like that. Over there, it's like living like a Eskimo, layers and layers. One thing I don't like about them, like, that much, like, because when you need the bathroom, it's like, okay, you gotta take off the coat, you gotta take off the overalls, you gotta take off this, you gotta take off that. By the time you know, you're almost peeing your pants. By the time you take shit off all the clothes, for guys it's different. I don't know how. I'm not gonna go there anyway. All together now. Yep. And see you. Okay, I'm gonna read these and then I'm gonna get going to bed. But um, Myrtle. Yeah, but today the temperature did go to 10 degrees. Wow, a lot melted. There was a lot. Yeah, because it's warm, so the snow thing is, it's going to cause a lot of, what do you call it? Slush and mess. And, you know, that's one thing when it snows. Good snowball stuff, though, I can tell you. And I don't, not hi, Dodi. IH God. No, Dodi. I watched a trucker from BC, from Biscuit. British Columbia trucker Ray goes there all the time and goes into Mexico. Really? Yeah, the avocados. If you get an avocado there, it's like 25 cents. Yeah, some of them are small. They're smaller ones, but they're like 25 cents. You come over here, just a little bit bigger, they're like $1.50 or $1.89 or something. The prices go up. And okay, I read that one. And oh, hi, Dar. Uh, we call the wait. We can call the first snow. Really? You call that? Is that your first snow? Well, and then there's the queen. She came in, and but tomorrow will all be ice. But like, okay, there was a person died because there was an avalanche today. I saw in kind of up there in Truckee, up there near Reno, like on I-80, because it's like from Nevada and then you go into California. That's a dangerous place because Donner Pass, that's what it's called. Um, there was a somebody died because of there was an avalanche. But hi Dar, how are you? Not Dor, but Dar. That's what I call her, the queen. I didn't mean to call you a Dor. You bring pears. Oh, really? Yeah. And takes them all the way to British Columbia. They travel, don't they? Uh, Dar says I'm good. How about you? And yeah, you guys are talking. So, and no, Dodi, not the first, not the first. Is that like a one with a th? The first, not the first. But for us, was it is the first. It's supposed to be st, not th. I'm sorry, Umberto. I don't mean to laugh at you. And they were like, wait, what? I'm like, I'm looking at my glasses. Okay, no, Dodi, not the first, but for us, it was snowing before. Was nobody today, but well, yesterday. I love your accent, Umberto. Honest, I don't mean to laugh at you. I'm just stressed. I hope you. How can you be stressed, Umberto? You got a job. You're getting a big check. You got a beautiful dog. You're a good-looking man, and you say first. Uh, anyway, yeah. I don't know if you know, Dora. I'll tell you right now because uh, wait. I have to watch your video after Umberto. I'll just tell you right quick if you don't, so before I go to bed. You missed the first snow, Umberto. Okay, I'll tell you, Dar, because Dar and Umberto came in late. And I think Shannon was the only one that was here with you. So I don't know if Shannon's still here. I hope you are, Shannon. Okay, this is what happened to me. I'll put it all in a nutshell right quick. Last Friday, I had my truck washed, clean, trailer. I'm ready to sell it so I can pay my maintenance bill off. I'm good to go. And okay, I'll read the comments and you missed the first part. So okay. Anyway, my dispatcher, I'm sitting like in what is it? Chattanooga, Tennessee, southern United States. Nice weather, right? And it was a little chilly, good jacket weather, okay. And my dispatcher, who's such a sweetheart, he tells me, Dodi, I got 2 loads for you. He says, actually, it's 4 of them, but which ones you want? 2 sets, basically, 2 sets of 2 loads. And I told him, well, what do you got? He says, on a Friday afternoon, excuse me, there wasn't a whole lot going on, but I found one, and you're going to go to going to go empty for like about 500 miles and get loaded up up to, it was Indiana, that's where I went. Um, get just north, just a little north of Indianapolis, right? Some little town there. So, okay, you're going to get loaded there, take it to Pennsylvania, to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, pick up a coil and a 41,000 pound coil, and then deliver that there, and then Saturday morning, and then um, pick up 10 miles away from that place, 4 coils, and then bring it back down here to Georgia, and for like $6,000. And you deliver on Monday. You can deliver on Sunday if you want, or Monday. I told him, okay, right. Instead of just sitting around for the weekend, I could have made $6,000. Cool. I get going, pick up the coil, piece of cake. They put it on perfect, 41,000 pound. I go into Pittsburgh. My GPS decides to leave me high and dry. So then, right when I'm coming into the city of Pittsburgh, if you've ever been to Pittsburgh, it going the hills there are, well, the whole Pennsylvania is really hilly. In the city, there's bridges and stuff, a bunch of underpasses, tunnels, a bunch of one ways that go this way and that way, and then you got the city, the towns, the city streets that just are really narrow, cars parked inside the street. You're going up, and then you got to make a tight turn, go left or right on top of a hill, and I ended up downtown, and I ended up in a little fender bender because I came to this low bridge downtown, and so I stopped, and I didn't see nobody behind me, nobody. This was Saturday morning. I'm making good time. I'm doing it, but I'm lost in Pittsburgh. So trying to get out of that area because this truck don't fit down there. So I just backed up just a few feet, boom, and some guy comes yelling on the side, like, stop. So I looked. There was a guy that, okay, I'm parked here like this. Or actually, I'm like this because I'm going downhill, and there's like a light and then a low bridge, and then I turn. I couldn't do the low bridge. So, like, okay, I just backed up so I can, like, kind of level myself off. And when I did that, because the road was just like starting to go down, so I just did that with that coil. Well, a guy came from behind me that I didn't see and just parked right behind me. And that's right when I was backing up. So I busted off his hood emblem. Yeah, that's it. And put a little dent on his hood. That's it. Because, like I said, I just went back. But, okay, that was a little accident. My fault. I get it. It's my fault. There's hardly anybody. There was like a guy waiting at the bus. There was, I don't know, somebody walking like maybe, 5 blocks down the street, walking down the sidewalk. But barely anybody, right? Okay, so the cop had to get me out. Got out of downtown. Sure enough, I came back in because I had to deliver this stuff. I got lost again, except not downtown. I made an illegal turn. Screw that. Screwed up my bumper. Okay. Screwed up my rim. Okay. Got out of there. I finally found a place. The guy there that was unloading me. He was a jerk. Trying to, out of courtesy, I'm trying to help him. And he's trying to tell me that's my job. I tell him, no, I don't work here. I'm just a driver. My job is done. I delivered the stuff. You take it off. And he's trying to tell me what to do and all this stuff. So he was really rude. But this other guy that I talked to at that place, I told him there's another place that is just open just a little bit. So I go over there, and yeah, he told me it's just like a straight shot. Okay, no problem. So I start going, but the straight shot just goes like this, and then it turns, and there's no exit. In order to turn around, you got to go into the neighborhood at a hill. I did that. I'm like, oh, right. So in the semi, like tearing up my truck. So then, okay, I get to that place. Now I get 4 coils on me. So I get there, and then right after that, they load me because actually, when I got there, I drive in, right, the facility, dirty place. It's a steel mill place. I drive in, and it was like snowing and stuff. I drive in, and the guy tells me, how's your truck facing? Because I had turned around. He says, no, you got to turn around, back in, and then go down this road. Because if you come in, you can't make that turn. Because it's like a Y, and you can't just make the turn. So you got to back up and go that way. Okay, so I did that. Backed up the yard. Not to mention the guy that was all rude, the first one. I go in that place, and I had to back up and turn around and do a blindside back. So then, okay, I was done with that. Now I'm backing up again. I drive in, I get 4 coils on, put them on me, and I told the guy, okay, how do I get out of here? He says, oh, just go around the building. Like, oh, okay. So I started to do that. And remember I told you about the road that goes like that there's no exit? Well, that was the road that goes on top. Now I'm underneath with a big old pillars, concrete, and curbs, real steep curbs and potholes and all kinds of junk all over the place in the dark, pitch dark. And I get trapped in between the pillars. Like, oh, come on. So I just backed up, right? It took me about another 2 hours. Backed up, got out of there, run along. I drove out of there on the train tracks. Seriously, on the train tracks, just to get the heck out of there. I got out. Okay, I'm out of that. I got loaded. I got unloaded. I got loaded again. I'm getting the heck out of this Pittsburgh place. But my GPS was not letting me work, and it's dark. I'm thinking, ooh. So I just turned that thing on right there, and I just let it update. I didn't care if it's going to take me all night. The thing was going to update. And there's big old sign saying, no sleeping, no overnight sleeping. Like, I wouldn't want to sleep there anyway. So nobody came on and told me, but there's signs all over the place. So I just let that thing, what do you call it, update. Okay, I got out of it, but still, I had to go through the neighborhood to get out of there. So I'm out of there. Not to mention, there's a snow just east of me, and I'm feeling some of the snow coming because it kind of was snowing where I was at. And I wasn't going to go straight south because there's the mountains and the snow, not with 4 coils. So I just went to, what was it, like west towards Columbus, Ohio. Went there. They got clean showers, by the way, the tolls there. So I went there, and then from there, it's raining like crazy now. and I stop at this one little place to use the restroom in the morning, right? Days are going by like this, right? This is already Monday or something. I lost track of the days. So, okay, I gotta get this stuff down there. And first I was making good time, then I wasn't. So then I get there, and then you know what? I come up to this little tiny truck stop, and the pumps were really tight, tight. I drive in, but my trailer was just a little off. So I get in, got my coffee, got my breakfast, use the restroom, brush my teeth. And I get back in my truck, and I'm going, and I rubbed my trailer up against that yellow post, and it tore my trailer. And it is pouring down rain. I'm thinking, oh no, I just screwed up my trailer. So I just backed up, waited for the rain for a few hours. It wasn't going to lighten up. The tape, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You can't tape in rain and that super stickum glue. It don't work. Don't waste your money on that. So I had to start driving to get out of that rain, and my tarp just kept getting worse and worse and worse. So now I got a big old tear on my trailer. But I don't even know if it was this morning or yesterday morning. Yeah, it was this morning. Finally, this morning, Wednesday morning, I go and put up the, what do you call it? The tape. And I just like stuck it. Because I've had some tape, my own tape, on dry. It wasn't raining. So it looks like crap. But at least it wasn't flapping all over. Finally, I made my delivery. It almost took me a week to do that. Because I left on Friday, and like I finally did it on Wednesday the following week. So, and I screwed up my tarp. So I got to fix that tomorrow. I bent my rim. I need a new tire. I screwed up, not to mention somewhere along the way, I'm parking the truck, and because there's rain so much, there's this big pothole that you don't see because there's puddles, and my truck just goes boom, just hit, screwed up my whole lights. So yeah, it was not a good week for me. And not to mention, the last thing, I got in an argument with the safety guy. Oh, I don't know anything about that guy. So anyway, you don't gotta rewatch it. I just told you the whole story, darn. So I thought I'd get on and say something, but oh my goodness, it's already late. I better get going to bed. And let me see. That's a big coil. It was 100. I'm sorry, 41,000 pounds. There's a 41,000 pound coil. That was a big one. And I'm in Pittsburgh, on these roads that are doing this and that and this and that and, tight turns and running over curbs and stuff. Like, darn it. So don't use a map that you got on your phone. And don't go to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania with a coil and a 53-foot trailer with a spread axle and a 379 Peterbilt. Don't do that. Guaranteed you are going to have a bitch of a time. Excuse the language. There's no other word for that. It was rough. Oh my goodness. And anyway, it's done. The damage is done. So much for that big check. I should have just stayed where I was at with a clean truck, no bent rims, and just took in the weekend off last weekend. I should have just done that. None of this would have happened. And I would have been home talking to realtors about buying a house. So they're still calling me. Now I don't, some of the money that I'm trying to save is going for that tarp and the tire and the rim and my lights. And like, oh, that's truck driving for you, huh? Well, yes, he did not. Let's know that. Well, you guys be safe out there, okay? Yes, go to the city. It's fun drive for the city in the semi. Yeah, the East Coast. I'm sorry, Brian. You can have it. You can. Anyway, welcome to driving. Yep, that's. Anyway, you get, like Umberto, was it you that said it? Shit happens. But don't be stressed out, anybody. Umberto, I'm not stressed out. I just thought I'd get on and spill the beans. But I just stopped on the way out coming here. I stopped to buy some material for my, and I'll end it with this. I stopped and buy some material, you know, the right kind of glue, contact cement, because my contact cement that I had it was like solid. It was so old, it was solid. So I had to buy me some new contact glue at Lowe's. I went into the parking lot, and once I parked the truck, I'm facing, what was it? Here it is. The Golden Corral. So, like, oh boy. I went in there, and Abigail couldn't go, but I went in there, got myself some goodies. Heck yeah. Got myself all kinds of good food. I filled up that little box and got another one for dessert and stuff. So it didn't end up with a good happy ending. But excuse me again, I'm going to take the next few days off and take care of business. Until then, I'll see you guys later, and I'll make a film so that you guys can see the damage and stuff and how I'm going to fix it up. So be ready for that on my next film or live or something. I don't know. See you guys. I love you. I love you guys, and you guys take care. Thanks so much for coming in, and stay warm, okay? Please stay warm. Make sure that's one thing though. Make sure you got some warm clothes, like a jacket. Always take a jacket and warm clothes and food to eat and plenty of water. Okay, and stay safe. And yeah, don't go out in the snow. And don't go to Pittsburgh. Good night, Dodi, and everyone. And all right, thanks, guys. We'll see you later, okay? Bye bye.